Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and you know exactly where I am every single week. And actually, I was so excited. Peggy, the manager here, she called us back to do our show, so that was really exciting. So we're kind of one of the only shows kind of on the Strip. I wish everybody was back on the Strip, but it seems to be getting there anyway, and they're doing a good job of it. The epidemic seems to be going away, I hope. I have Joe and Sylvia Cortez. Now, you probably, you know who Joe is, and if you know Joe, you know his wife, Sylvia. How are you?
Doing great, rolling with the punches, you know.
Oh, here we go. Well, you know what he means, don't you?
with the pandemic, that's what you can do.
Yeah, how are you handling it, both of you? Are you, you look like we've all got these things on.
Yeah, we're playing by the rules, the way it's supposed to be, and
yes.
Keep the distance and keep the jab away.
Keep tapping away.
Keep the distance.
You know, as you know, Joey, you know, he's known all over the world actually, with all the different people that you've refereed with, and you've done your job. And how did you get into, you know, doing what you do as a boxer? Because you were quite famous when you were quite young.
I became a Golden Glove champion six occasions. I won the New York, the East Internationals, and the Spanish Golden Glove. So by the time I was 17 years old, I was already one of the youngest on the New York team fighting for the national championships. And then when I turned 18, I turned pro.
You turned pro?
Yeah, a lot of fighters not even boxing when they're 18. Some started even younger than I did. I started at 15.
Now, you were obviously in the lightweight?
I was a bantamweight. Flyweight, then bantamweight, then featherweight.
Oh, okay. So you were kind of in the middle.
That's 112, 118, 126.
Oh, I see.
Then it goes to 135, 147, 154, 160, 175, heavyweight.
Oh, I didn't know there was that many. And then there's the heavyweight.
Yeah, there's bigger guys. I was one of the small guys.
Yeah, but you still got where you wanted to get. So I guess the message to that one is that it doesn't matter how tall you are or how short you are, you can still make it.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be any particular height or any particular anything. It's actually in your head what you want to do.
I was a small guy with a big punch.
With a big punch, and you still are.
Still got a little spark of the old flash.
Now, these two have actually started something else, La Maison, and it's a home where people can be taken care of, but it's very expensive. And this was actually your original home.
Correct.
That you, I think it sits on what, 5 acres? Or what?
Yes, it is.
It sits on 5 acres,
yeah.
And you drive up because all of a sudden you're at this mansion, La Maison. And it looks absolutely amazing. And this is something very new to you. The reason they did this is because they didn't want to just move into another home and sell this home because they owned it. So they decided they wanted to give back.
That's correct. Pay it forward.
Yeah, pay it forward.
Yeah, exactly.
And paying it forward is always a good thing if you can afford it, which you know, whether you can or you can't, you always try. And so and I've been through this whole thing. It's absolutely incredible what you've done.
Thank you.
But also, in this great big mansion, you kind of go out of the back door, and you make a right, and you kind of walk down this little alleyway, and you're looking and say, where on earth am I going? And of course, Joey is leading us where to go, and I'm thinking, okay, so, and he opens this door, and it's absolutely totally full. It has a boxing rink in it. It has an upstairs studio. It has all your pictures and everything in it. And apparently, Joey, you put this together.
Yes, I did. I physically did it myself. It's like a museum, you know. But it's
definitely a museum.
But it's not only boxing. I try to put all sports in there. And I got baseball, football, all the memorabilia you can think of any sports. I have it in that gym. And I feel that not everybody likes boxing, so I want people to feel like if you come into my gym, it's like a museum. You can see all sports.
Yes.
But it's nothing to do with the assisted living, even though it's connected to the same.
No, but it's all connected to the same thing.
Yeah.
So it does bring a bit of an atmosphere into it, which is very precious to me.
Yes.
How is the facility going?
Well, obviously, with the pandemic, you know, things
Slowed
are at a
down.
standstill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have some residents, and we have, you know, everything will be a slower process.
Yes.
Because you just can't just have somebody come in. They have to go through a series of things, you know, before they actually come in.
Yes.
Because we want to be able to protect the other residents. So, and of course my staff. has to be,
We're all
follow
at a
the
distance.
protocol. We're all at a distance,
We've all tried over
Yeah.
the years to be really friendly and really
Yeah.
nice with people. Now
Yeah.
it's, get away from me.
Yes,
You're close
unfortunately.
enough. It's
Unfortunately,
weird.
that's
It's weird.
That's what it is.
For that. But at the same time, it's very expensive to stay there.
Yes.
But at the same time, the facility is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
But I would like to get back to the boxing as well. What is the difference between the boxing when you started out and you were doing it all and now? It's different, or because it's still a rink?
Well, boxing, when I was fighting back in the days, in the amateurs first, before I turned pro, but in the amateurs, back when I was fighting, we had no headgears, no shirts or nothing. In the amateurs, they wear headgears, they wear the shirts. And when I was fighting, I remember one night in Madison Square Garden, I had to fight twice the same night. They don't do that no more. And I was probably the last fighter to knock out two guys the same night in Madison Square Garden.
You were pretty mad at them.
No, not mad. No, you can't get mad as a fighter.
No.
You gotta be calm. But I mean, I was fortunate enough to win the New York Open and win the Easterns and win the Nationals, along with my brother Mike, who was
Yes.
also a fighter.
He was also a boxer.
Yeah, he's 1 year older than me, and we both I turned pro at the age of 18. He turned pro at 19.
At
so
19.
yeah, and then I fought pro, and I only lost once in the pros out of 19 fights, and 2 in the amateurs out of 45.
It's fascinating. You said something that when you go in the ring, you're not mad at each other, but you have to sort of, you're going to be playing, you're going to be fighting. So how do you feel when you start punching and everything? How do you feel that, I think I've got this guy, I think I can win? Does that happen, or does it, how does that work?
Well, boxing it's not you don't play boxing. See, you play baseball, basketball, football. Boxing, you don't play with that.
No, it's not a play, no.
This is the hurt business.
Yes.
And you got to try to hurt your opponent, knock him out. And if you can't, cause he's gonna try to do that to you.
Yes.
So
yeah.
so it's a difficult sport. It's kind of I can't say it's brutal, but it's a
But
hurt.
it is brutal because you're fighting to win.
Yeah,
so
you're
you've got
right.
to knock this person out. But
Yeah.
you said a beautiful thing. You said you don't have to go into the ring angry with that person. You're going in there to win.
You go there
Two
to win.
different
If you get angry, you're gonna lose your cool. You lose your cool, you lose the fight.
Yes.
So the thing is, that's why I tell people, don't get upset. When you get upset, you're gonna make mistakes, or you're gonna say the wrong things. But in the ring, we can't lose your control.
No.
That's why I'm an easygoing guy, because I learned how to pace, how to control
You
myself.
know how to pace yourself and how to
and have that
get
control.
that left-hander in. No, this is the left hand. Let's get the right one in, shall we?
but that's the way it is in boxing. You don't want
That's all right.
you don't want to get into the sport and get in there and make a mistake. And make a mistake. If you make a mistake, you're gonna lose a fight.
You're going to lose them. So you can't think that way.
You make mistakes when you get angry, so you don't want to get angry in the ring.
You just want to know where you can suddenly hit.
It's like a chess game. I'll think your
really?
opponent. I'll think him. I'll smart him. Get him upset. So he can make a mistake, and then you're going for the kill.
And then you go for the curl. After fighting, you became a referee.
I became a referee.
And how, that's very different. Now you're looking at both of them and you're trying to, make sure that you call the right time or the right, whatever went wrong or went right, whatever.
Yeah. Well, as a referee, it's a lot different than being a fighter.
Yeah.
And as a referee, I'm there to protect the fighters from taking unnecessary punishment. If a fighter's getting hurt, like I refereed Mike Tyson 8 times. I referee.
You refereed Mike Tyson 8 times?
8
wow.
times.
Were you there when he bit the ear?
No, he said if I would have been there, he said that would have never occurred.
Never have happened.
But anyway, my dream was to do one title fight when I was starting out. As I did my first title fight 5 years after I turned pro in '77. In '82, I did my first title fight, Aaron Pryor versus Miguel Montilla. That was my dream, do one title fight. And I ended up.
And you thought that was going to be his career, and he achieved it, and you did it.
Yeah, and
who else did you referee for?
I referee Oscar De La Hoya 6 times.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Manny Pacquiao 4 times. Sugar Ray Leonard. Floyd Mayweather 4 times. And
he's in town, doesn't he? He lives there.
Yeah. So my thing was I was able to referee over 170.
You became very famous.
I became, I don't know.
Did you become famous? Well, you must have become famous because you watched everything and you were very fair. You must have been very, very fair because, when you're fair, it always comes out on top.
Well, my catchphrase is I'm fair, but I'm firm. That's what I tell the fighters when I give them the instructions in the middle of
Yes.
the ring. One of the rules in the dress room, I want a clean fight. And remember, I'm fair, but I'm firm.
Yeah.
Touching myself, I'm known for that, as fair but firm. That's what you got to be as a referee.
Yeah.
Give these guys an opportunity to do their thing, but I got to be firm as well.
But you have to keep your eye on that. I mean, you can't miss one single. Oh, I was going to say beat, but
Well-
it's not. It's a punch.
Well,
You can't miss.
you try to catch everything. You're human.
Yes.
You're human. You can't catch every punch. But now, what I do now with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, now that I'm being retired,
Yeah.
I referee for 35 years, and
Wow.
I've been retired now for 8 years, and I've been doing the instant replay for the boxing, something new in boxing.
Oh, really?
We want to make sure that the right guy wins. The referee can't see every
Move.
every
So
punch,
that's why they have
every
the
punch.
cameras up.
So we
Yeah.
have the cameras from ESPN and whoever, Showtime, whoever. And what we do is, I behind the table at the commission table, headphones on. I got a monitor in front of me. I'm watching the fight. If I see something that the referee might have missed,
Yeah.
I make the correction. I can overturn the decision of the referee to make sure the right guy wins.
Yes, and then you could sort of, yes, and you've got to. That's that's why you are what you are. Being retired, do you kind of miss it a little bit,
No, I'm still involved
I'm
very
sorry,
much.
you're-
I'm
good.
still involved. I still dress as a referee, part of the team when I do the instant replay.
Good.
But I've been satisfied. I always felt like I reached my goals that I more than I would ever thought. I was able to do 4 movies. I
He's
did
an actor too.
I did the Rocky Balboa movie with Sylvester Stallone. I did Eddie Murphy. I
You were
Spy.
with Stallone.
I did
how
I did
amazing.
over to Rocky in the Rocky Balboa
Yeah,
movie. I was
yeah.
the referee, and I did one with Eddie Murphy, I Spy. I did one with Antonio Banderas, Woody Harrelson, Played to the Bone, and I refereed one in Wesley Snipes, Undisputed. So I've been a referee. I played myself as a referee.
You got to put yourself out. It's funny when a career starts at very young, and you probably started when you were 14 going in the ring.
I was 15
when you went
15.
into the ring. And little do you know when you walk into that ring, and sort of all of a sudden, you're doing this and doing that, and you see the opportunities, and you took the opportunities to go to the next level, and you weren't afraid, and you weren't frightened of it. Now they've been married for quite a long time. Many years. How has it been for you as a wife I'm not going to say in the background because I don't think Joey would do that, but how has it been for you sort of, watching your husband up there, and fighting, number one, could get hurt, and then doing the referee?
Well, I'll tell you, I never went to the fights. I
Oh,
always watched it at home.
that probably was a good idea.
Well, I didn't want, in boxing and different shows, many years ago, they were riots,
Yes, of
Madison Square Garden. So I didn't want to take away from him his responsibilities and then have him be concerned with me.
Yes.
So I'd rather be home in our theater.
And then also he's not distracted, you look
Yeah,
at this
exactly.
lady all the time, it might
He's-
distract him a
no,
little
he's-
bit.
So I watch it at home, of course.
And
we
then
have
of
the
course you
whole
have the
family.
children, you have
Yeah.
2 daughters?
3.
3 daughters.
Three
Oh,
daughters.
amazing! How wonderful.
Yes,
Are any
yes.
of them boxers? I know
No, but-
women do that now.
But they're strong. They're strong.
They're strong.
Yes,
They're ready for it.
yes. So we just watched it at home. We had a fight party. Everybody watch.
How wonderful!
And it was-
So
it
you
was
were
great.
always supporting him, but it was always at home.
Oh yes.
What was you're in the Hall of Fame as well? Didn't you just get there?
I got inducted into the International Hall of Fame with Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson
Who
and
did-
you
who
were
says
at the
it?
same day, wasn't
Same
it?
day, yeah. We got inducted together. Julio Cesar Chavez. And Sylvester Stallone got inducted with us too at the same class.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he got at the International Boxing Hall of Fame up in Canastota, New York. And this is
What an
the year
amazing
when I
life.
got my ring.
Oh, this is the ring.
This is my Hall of Fame ring, yeah.
This is the Hall of Fame ring. Oh my goodness, look at this ring. Oh, I've never seen one before. Oh my goodness, that's a first.
So if anybody mess with me, I hit him
Yeah,
with the
you
ring.
just hit them with the ring. Well, I got mine, but it's not a Hall of Fame one. It's-
I'm sure you can knock him out with
yeah, I
that.
can knock them out with. We can get them. Out of all the moments you went through, which was the one that you really remember so well and thinking, oh my goodness, this is amazing?
Well,
Probably many of them, but
there's been many of them. George Foreman is I refereed George Foreman on 4 occasions. And when he became heavyweight champion of the world, the second time, at the age of 45, the oldest heavyweight in the history of boxing, I refereed that fight when he knocked out Michael Moore. So that was one that stands out a lot.
sounds it in your mind,
Then
yes.
of course, Mike Tyson, refereeing him again when he knocked out Larry Holmes. Was a great fight.
That must have been amazing.
And Julio Cesar Chavez, when he fought Greg Howard with 136,000 fans, the largest crowd in boxing history up to date. The record had not been broken. Referee that Stadium Azteca in Mexico City.
I knew he had a few of them. He's got lots of them.
But then I could go on with
Oh,
Sugar.
no.
I could talk about Sugar Atlanta. I could talk about Roberto Duran. You name him. I've done them all.
Wait a second. I believe Mike Tyson is coming back again.
He's coming back.
I don't know if he's coming back for one more fight, but let's see what happens.
He's coming back for an exhibition.
An exhibition.
And part of that money going to go to his charity group.
Yeah.
And
When this is going to be in September, isn't it? We're in September.
well, it's been postponed to November.
Oh, it has for the pandemic and all the things. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So let's see what happens. He's going to be fighting Roy Jones Jr. But again, like I said, it's an 8-round exhibition. But I don't know if Mike Tyson, knowing the way Mike thinks, if you hit him a little hard,
he's going to hit right back.
It's not going to be an exhibition. He's going to go for the knockout.
Well, that's his type of. That's how he is. I mean, that's what he does. That's what made him very famous.
Yeah, but we don't want nobody getting hurt at that age, 54, and Roy Jones Jr.
And you're going to be refereeing this. You're going to be in there.
We don't know who's going to be. We don't know who the. We don't know who the referee for the fight is yet, and they're going to be held in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's going to be in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens.
Because I've seen the ads, and Mike Tyson, let me tell you, he looks amazing. He doesn't look like he's aged at all. Yeah. He's like he's punching out that, but he's also bringing out a little bit of his personality in the ads, and I think that's beautiful. Because I've always felt that he was a little bit wrongly put in the press as being such a sort of nasty person or bad person. I've always liked him because I've always thought this guy came from nothing and he's made something of himself, and this is the only way he knows how to do it. Don't criticize him. This is just, go along with him. That's my feeling anyway. What would you like to say to anybody out there, the younger generation, who want to become boxers? What would you give them?
Well, I tell you, young folks, young kids like I did, I started with the boys clubs in New York.
Yes.
And there was a fighter named Gaspar Ortega who got me started first. He gave me to get involved with it, but then I joined the boys club, and that's where I learned. Yeah. When you want to get involved as a fighter, we go to your local. The Richard Steele Boxing Club is one. Then you got Barry's Boxing Gym. Go in the amateurs. That's where you start out as a fighter. Yeah. You become a Golden Glove fighter. You compete in the amateurs for a number of years. Then when you get a certain age, after 18, you can turn pro.
That's it.
And but the thing is it's not an easy sport, but it's good in the sense that it teaches you a lot of discipline. Yeah. It keeps you focused. It keeps you on the right track. Keeps you out of drugs and gangs. So that's a good part
that's
about
the idea. I know they've got a great boxing rink, and that anybody can go to in Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles, because I filmed there actually when I was doing my other show of all the young people coming, and it was amazing because some of them were like 14, 13, and these little things are like, it was fascinating. So you can go out there, just if this is what you want to do, go out there, research in your area, and find out where you can go and what you can do and how you can become something of what you want. And if it's a dream, go for it, right? Yeah. Now, how can anybody reach you at La Maison?
Well, they could go into our website. It's lamansionlv.com. So La Mansion Las Vegas. So that's the lv.com. And I just want to point out, yes, we are costly. We are expensive. But you know what?
You should see it.
Round the clock care is more than that.
Yes.
And we provide all the services to our
Well, it's amazing. I can just say it's amazing. You walk, you don't walk in, you drive into these big gates and this big thing, and it's 5 acres, so there's lots of walking space. There's lots of things to do. It's absolutely beautiful. It is so clean. You could really eat off the floor. It is amazing. I mean, and the suites, it's like being in Caesar's Palace in one of their penthouse suites. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
I want to thank both of you, and congratulations on everything you've done. Congratulations, you stuck to him, you stuck by him. I'm not saying how many years they've been married, but my mum and dad were married for 68 years, so it's pretty cool. Maybe that's why I'm still sane.
I just want to say about La Mansion Assisted Living, it's a place that if you have a loved one or you yourself, you're mentally able to get around, that's the place to be, because you have 5 acres to walk around. It's like a beautiful landscape property. Every inch of that property is landscape. You have trails and you have swimming pools. You have a big theater, a 20-seat theater, has a stage inside the theater. And it's the kind of place that you want to relax and get entertained by with activities directors. We have a great staff that will care for you, and we have a chef.
And a gourmet chef.
The gourmet chef.
Oh,
as
yes.
well.
Yeah, gourmet chef. And
So you've got chef, you've got the
24
gourmet
hours.
chef, you've got the acreage, you've got the cinema, but I call it a cinema. What do you call? You don't call it a cinema.
theatre.
A theatre. It's
Yes.
called a theatre. And they did not actually completely redo the theatre. It's the old, like the beautiful chairs and everything. It is gorgeous. I want to thank both of you for
Thank
coming
you so
on my
much
show.
for having
Thank you
us.
very much. Absolutely amazing stories, and two actually different stories. But putting them together, it makes one. Thank you for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. Don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe to this great story and many of the other stories we have. And anybody out there that would like to come on Vegas Live with Ninon, just call us, email us, get hold of us, and you can be on as well. Thank you for watching. We'll be back.
Las Vegas is now home to the ultimate in luxurious assisted living at La Mansión. And during these challenging times, La Mansión's 5-acre private estate can be the secure choice for you or your loved ones. The limited number of suites allows for unequaled care and personalized service while helping ensure the safety of each resident. Experience the finest in senior and assisted living at La Mansión. Visit lamansionlv.com or call today to set up your personal tour.
If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.